Hi, my name's Matt Dagley, and this is The Daily. Are you ready? You sure? I don't know if you are. Yeah? You want to go? All right, let's go. So I'm back in Bridgewater. This morning we're going to the SHAID yard sale. SHAID is the animal shelter for the Bridgewater area, and it's their fundraiser. They book out the exhibition, the main building, and just packed full of stuff, tables everywhere. Everything you can imagine that would be at a flea market is at the SHAID yard sale. It's kind of like going to Walmart on Black Friday in the US. Just people everywhere, so it should be an interesting experience, and we're gonna go check that out next.
Glasses that you would do like jewelry work and stuff. You can like zoom in.
I bought lots at the SHAID yard sale, a lovely plant, and a nice vase. Now I'm exhausted, we have to go home.
So we survived the SHAID yard sale. Erica and I got some box sets and DVDs, and Mom told us there she got some plants and stuff. So now we're gonna go home. Had enough. It's a mob. See ya. So we're here at the Vosges Museum, and Jill Cooper has an art exhibit going on. Her paintings are going to be on display. So we're going to go into the museum and chat with her and some of the museum staff about it. Hi, I'm here with Lynette at the Vosges Museum, and she's going to tell us a little bit about Judge Vosges.
So we are here in what is modeled after Judge Vosges' home study. Judge Vosges was a prominent figure in the community here. He was a lawyer, he was a politician. At one point he was a coroner. He began collecting at a very young age. The museum is named after him, as the town acquired his collection upon his death. His late wife Ada offered it to the mayor at the time in 1901. He collected many things from all across the world. People might think that he traveled, but in reality, the ships came up into Bridgewater and he collected items off of the boats. So his collection reflects cultures from around the globe. The museum is one of the oldest history collections in Canada. We are open year-round, and we're free to everyone to come to the site. We also, aside from our permanent collection here, this is just one of many rooms. We have a rotating gallery that switches out every other month. Right now we're happy to host Jill Cooper's show, and we hope that you come down and check it out. We've got something for everyone.
So we've made our way into the third room here at the Vosges. So tell us a little bit about it.
This is our First Peoples room. We're very, very proud that the Native Council of Nova Scotia helps support and guide us through this exhibition space. We're also very excited to share that we will be having an event to celebrate National Indigenous Peoples Day on June the 20th. It's a daytime event where we will have walks through the Woodland Gardens parks to look at plants that are native to the area and what their medicinal purposes might be. We'll have drumming on site. It's open to everyone, and like everything at the museum, it's free to attend.
So we're here at the Vosges, and I'm here with artist Jill Cooper, and this is her exhibit, Making Waves.
Hi everybody. My exhibit, Making Waves, welcome. It's a combination of a couple of different series, one of which is my 51 Fierce Females. So Making Waves, you can take both ways. I literally am making waves, and I'm also painting a series of women who are making waves in the world. I've chosen 51 because I turned 51 this year, so I'm painting 51 Fierce Females. I'm currently painting number 13. and I have a display of the latest pieces for this exhibit. The very first one I did was Madonna, and I actually sold Madonna right away. so she's not here. And the goal was to pick a series of women who cover a wide range of demographics and places in the world and professions. So there's a mixture of authors and musicians and activists, and I have a short list of who I know I'm going to paint, but I'm always looking for feedback on suggestions for who I should include in the list. I have a year to finish it, so when I turn 52, I have to have them all done. So one of the things that we chose to do for this exhibit, for this part, is to actually not post the names of the ladies on the wall. They're in the program, but I found a lot of people really like to figure out who they are. As I was painting them, I'd have them on display, and people would stop at markets that I go to, would stop and look and try and figure out who these ladies were. So I thought that would be a nice way to engage in the pieces. So you may recognize some of them and some you may not, because there are some from the background that I have, which is architecture, and then some that are Canadian, some that are international.
So thanks for meeting up with me, Jill, and
thank you.
talking about your work.
Thank you for coming out.
And when can people stop by the Des Brisets to see your artwork?
Anytime that the museum's open, and they're opened, I think, Tuesday through Saturday. I'm not sure of the exact hours, and this show is going to be on exhibit until June 15th.
June 15th.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
All right, make sure you come over to the Des Brisets and check out Jill's stuff.
That'd be great.
So we had a great time here at the Des Brisets Museum, talking with Jill about her artwork, and Lynette, that's Lynette, about the museum. And let me see. So it's free admission.
Yep.
Open year round.
Yep. So we hope
I
you
got
come
it down.
by. We've got the impetus for the collection, which is Judge Des Brisets, items that we gathered in 1900. But it moves on from there. We've got geology, we've got first people, we have our early settlers, we have boat building on the LaHave River, we've got an incredible folk art collection, the second largest in Nova Scotia.
Like that everything.
Yeah, we really do. We got everything. And of course, we sit on the 22 acres of Woodland Garden Park. So come on down one day, bring your lunch with you, enjoy the museum free of charge, and have a picnic lunch.
Yeah, or feed the ducks after.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. So today's viewer question is, in all of Canada, what is the #1 tourist destination? So I had to look this up because I really had no idea. I figured maybe it was Ontario, Ottawa, something. Actually, I looked up Nova Scotia. And it turns out Peggy's Cove is near the top of the list on most travel websites. Whether it's the most visited or not, I'm not sure. Well, I guess the question says #1. It doesn't say necessarily most visited, but that's how I'm going to rank it. So Peggy's Cove in Nova Scotia. And for all of Canada, the most visited destination, Niagara Falls. Can't say I'm overly surprised, but I've never been. Have you been to Niagara Falls? What's it like? Let me know. If you have a viewer question, just visit the site, daily.dagleymedia.com, or email it, dailydagley@gmail.com, and I'll add it to my list I got going, and as we go through the episodes, I'll start answering your questions. Welcome to the end of another episode of Daily Dagley. I'd like to thank Jill Cooper for coming on the show and talking to us about her artwork. Also Lynette from the Des Brisets Museum. Thanks for chatting with us about what the museum offers and Judge Des Brisets. Whoa, hold on. I didn't tell you what films and box sets we got at the SHAID yard sale. So Erica's pick, one of hers is Rent. It's a musical. I actually really enjoy this film. Usually I'm not one for musicals, But rent, it works. Erica picked up every season of the OC. So we've got them all, the whole show, 4 seasons. We're on season 1 right now. Ryan's always getting into trouble. And then my list, Con Air, Nicolas Cage.
Welcome to Con Air. Jailbird 1, you are not cleared for takeoff. And nobody on this aircraft gives a flying.
Action film from the 90s. I don't know if they're trying to be funny, but definitely works. And I got the Alien box set. So Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, plus 5 discs of extras. But funny story, I popped the first Alien movie into the Blu-ray player. And then I got an error screen. I couldn't really figure out what was going on. I thought maybe it was the disc. Turns out the disc is a UK DVD, so it will not play on any player in North America. Turns out the Mac operating system automatically detects the disc and asks you to change your region settings in the DVD app. I noticed there's a lot of DVDs and movies at the Shade Yard sale with that 18 logo on them, so if you got a movie home and you couldn't play it on your Blu-ray player, that's why. It's a UK disc. So that's it. We're officially at the end. We'll see ya. So Christy, what's the Shade Yard sale?
Millions of people in a small building trying to buy things. The money goes to the animal shelter.
What are the items you're gonna look for when you go over there?
I usually look at books, garden stuff, see what else is there. There's pretty much everything possible there.